Hey my beautiful people, what is good, what is going on? You are tuned into Makeup Shay. I'm your girl Shay, of course. How you doing? In today's video we are doing something totally different. I really haven't seen anybody do this, not that I searched or anything like that, but today we are going through all the items from my February Shop My Stash, and out of looking at the products from my February Shop My Stash, we are going to see which ones out of the categories were my favorite items to use. So yeah, this is my Shop My Stash favorites of 2021. So if this is something you might be interested in, please stay tuned. And if this is your first time coming to my channel, we welcome you with open arms. Give me a hug, bring it in. Welcome to the family. Make sure you hit subscribe so you can be a part of the family, and as well as tapping that bell to all so you can be notified as Fam Bam to know when I upload a video. So y'all, if y'all my returning OGs, what it do, cuz what's up? I'm sorry, I probably don't have the energy. I literally just woke up. I ain't washed my face or nothing because I do have another video coming up right after this one. And my dog is barking, so y'all don't mind her. So without further ado, if y'all want to see which items in my February Shop My Stash were my favorite to use, make sure you stay tuned. But don't go any further till you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm saying like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure y'all turn on that post notification bell to all so you can be notified every time your girl Shay, that's me, uploads a video. Without further ado, let's get into this favorites video. Love y'all, stay tuned. Alright, first let us hydrate because mama thirsty and I got a headache, and this seems to be the only thing that helps besides Tylenol to make my headaches go away. So alright, excuse me. So the first things we are going to go through is moisturizers. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the first one we have, which I lost the top to, is the Avant. This is their hyaluronic vitamin C with jojoba oil. Oh yeah, jojoba oil. This is supreme hyaluronic acid antioxidizing duo moisturizer. It looks like this. Then we have the aloe vera 100% gel, pure, no color added moisturizer for sunburn and dry skin. As y'all know, since I've been pregnant now, I have been having dry skin. And then we have our Pure Elise Blue Lotus Daily Moisturizer with SPF 30, which protects and moisturizes, absorbs easily with no white tint, and preps skin for makeup. This is what that product looks like, and I'm almost done. I can see it. It's like right here. It's right here. Okay, so, and then also for moisturizing, I use the Pure Heals by Nature Village. This is the Centella 90 Ampule oil. This is also what I use to moisturize. So this would be my favorite oil because this is the only oil that I had. And for moisturizing, I would have to go with, I'm gonna go with the Pure Elise. The Pure Elise was my favorite out of the three, only because this was very moisturizing, and it also has SPF 30 in it for when I do go outside to protect my beautiful skin. Okay, so that is what we have for moisturizers. Let us go on to primers. We're going to go into primers, then eye bases, foundation, powders, and setting sprays. So let's go on, and palettes. So we're going to go on to the next category, y'all. Okay, so for the next category we have primers. We have 3 primers. We have the Black Radiance True Complexion Shine Control Primer. It looks like this. And I don't know where this is at, but it got to be empty soon. Then we have the Neutrogena Matte Primer and Syrup for Shine Control with Rice Protein. And then we have the Pure No Filter Blurring Photography Primer that I got from my twin, which looks like this. And out of the three, my favorite would have to be this Neutrogena Matte Primer in Serum Shine Control, because it also gave me that tacky base layer that I needed for my foundation to adhere and stay nice and smoothly to my skin. So out of all three of those, that would have to be my favorite primer from my Shop My Stash. So now we're going to go over to concealers and foundations, and then we're just going to keep it moving, y'all. We're just going to keep it moving. Okay, so now we have concealers. Out of all the concealers, I have 4 of them here in my hand. The first one is from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer. This is in the shade medium right here. That's my cat, y'all. Then we have the L'Oreal Full Wear Foundation Concealer. This is in Deep Olive. And this month I was going more for an everyday type soft glam face. So then we had the Makeup Revolution Concealing Define Concealer in C13. And then we have the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. This is in the shade Deep Olive. So out of all 4 of these concealers, my favorite one to use was the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in Honey. Only because it had a nice thick consistency and it dried down really, really quickly. Okay, so now we are going to go into our foundations and then our eye bases. So if y'all are still liking what y'all are seeing, please stay tuned. Okay, so for eye bases, we have the P. Louise bases. We have number 5 and number 05 and 08. And then we also have the Ardell Photo Face Concealer in the shade Medium 6.5. It looks like this. You already know what the P. Louise looks like. So out of these 3, well, no, and we also have the P. Louise Mitchell Blank Canvas one, which looks like this. So for the everyday eye, I would like my favorite one was the Rumen 05 base. And for that colorful looks that I did, I liked they both was my favorite, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. So the Ardell and the P. Louise Blank Canvas, because like I said in a previous video, these are like perfect dupes. This is a dupe for this one. So if y'all looking for the blank canvas one, y'all can't afford it, or y'all don't want to wait too long for it to come, go to y'all local Sally's Beauty Supply and y'all pick up the Ardell concealer, either shade that works for y'all, because this dried down really fast and it's really thick, y'all. So these 2 were my favorite for my pops of color. And then the 05 base was good for my everyday type looks. And then I also have the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base in Cocoa. And this one I just used to clean up my brows. So now let us go on to our foundations. Okay, so for foundations, we had 3 foundations. So the first foundation that we have was the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and this was in the shade Mahogany. And as I said, I had to take this part off because the top would not pump any more foundation, because everything just got gunked up and stuck inside the pump's hole. So I had to jimmy this thing on off so I could use the foundation. Then we have the Almay Skin Perfecting Comfort Matte Foundation. This is in the shade 240 Warm Almond. It looks like this. And then our last foundation that we used was the Physician Formula, the Healthy Foundation. This also had SPF of 20, and it was a brightening complex for all skin types. This one was in the shade DPC1. So out of the 3, my favorite that I would have to say for me was the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation in the shade Mahogany. Only because it was very matte and it was very full coverage, so I didn't have to use that much of this. So those were my favorite. That was my favorite foundation out of the 3 for February Shop My Stash. So let us go on to the next category, y'all. Y'all doing good. You keep sticking around. Okay, so for liquid liners, we have the Hard Candy Liquid Eyeliner. This doesn't have a shade, it just says liquid eyeliner, but this is the one with Marilyn Monroe. And then we have the e.l.f. Jet Black Liner right here. So out of these two, my favorite one was the e.l.f. one. Only because this one you had to keep, it was just hard and it started cracking and stuff, and I really didn't like that. And this one, it was good. I just don't like the brush in it. It just seemed like, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's too big or too thick of a brush. But this was my favorite one. And for lash glues, we have the Super Stronghold 3D from Eye Envy in clear, and then we have the Memo eyelash adhesive. This is in the shade black. I haven't really used the black one this month because I only use this one, so I would have to say, which I'm running low on, I would have to say that this was my favorite one because I also used it as glitter glue, and I was able to apply it to my liner no matter what liner color that I had. So the white one, the clear one from Eye Envy by Kiss would have to be my favorite lash glue for February. Shop my stash. Okay, so now we are going into setting powders for my highlighted areas. So I have two pressed foundation powders and I have a loose setting powder. The first one I used was the Maybelline Fit Me. This is in 310. Looks like that. And then I have the Black Radiance Loose Setting Powder. This is in the shade Banana. And I'm almost done. And then we have the AOA Perfect Finish Press Powder from Shop Miss A, and this is in 159 Toffee, which hit pan. So out of those three, my favorite one was the Black Radiance Banana Setting Powder, because it gave me that yellow tone that I was looking for. Although I also liked the 310, but this one just brightened it up. But this one was much better in setting and brightening as well. So the Black Radiance Loose Setting Powder was my favorite from my setting powders for my highlighted areas. So now we're going to go to the all over face setting powders. Okay, so out of all of my face setting powders, my all over face, I have two pressed and a loose one. The first one is the CoverGirl Queen. This is the Q415. This is what it looks like here, and I've hit pan for that one. And then we have the Black Radiance Creamy Bronze Finish Soft Focus Pressed Powder. Looks like that. And then we also have the Maybelline Fit Me 35 Deep Loose Powder. So for me, my favorite one was the CoverGirl Queen 415 Golden Medium, because this one seemed to match me the best for setting my face all over. The Creamy Bronze is okay, but it's a little bit lighter. And the loose Fit Me powder, it seemed like after I put it on my face, it oxidized, and I really didn't like that, because it made sometimes it made, depending on the product I used, it made my face look a little bit muddy, or just not blended well, or it just took away some products. So my favorite was the CoverGirl Queen Q415 in Golden Medium. And y'all already know I only have one cream contour that I use, and that is from Black Opal. That is their Suede Mocha, and I also have it with Carob mixed together. Suede Mocha should be gone by now, so that is in my Empties video. I shouldn't have said that, but that is in my Empties video. So for the pressed powders for my setting my contour, I have the L'Oreal Age Perfect. This is their cream powder foundation. This is in the shade 370 Mahogany. And then I also have the Morphe Glamour Bronze. This is the face and body bronzer in the shade Leader. It looks like this. So putting them together, you see one is darker than the other one. So depending on how much I wanted a contour is what I would use. But to me, my favorite one out of the two would have to be the Glamour Bronze Leader contour or bronzing powder. Oh, and I also use the brown from my Juvia's Place Zulu palette, which was right here. So, but still, out of all of them, all of those three, the Glamour Bronze from Morphe was my favorite powder to set my contour with. So, yeah. And then for, I'm gonna just keep this how it is. For highlight, I had the loose highlighter. This is the Crayon Case and Glola highlighter. And then I also use the Morphe 8H Hi-Fi highlight and contour palette, and all I did was just mix all of these four together. Oh, and I also used this one for a contour as well. This is in the shade Fabulous, which was okay too. It's almost exactly the same as the Glamour Bronze Leader one. So I just mixed all of these together, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, put it on my face, and that is what I use for my highlight. So if I would have to choose one, it would probably have to be my Crayon Case and Glola highlighter, only because it gave a more vibrant, more pigmented highlight. As for the Morphe one, it's more subtle. If you want a more subtle highlight, then I would use the Morphe palette. So for blushes, we only had 2 blushes. Actually, I used 3. From, again, I use the eyeshadows. You can use eyeshadow as blush, y'all. So for blush, I would use the pink one out of the Zulu palette and the orange one, and I would mix them two together, and then I would have a blush. And then I have the Bella blush from Juvia's Place. It looks like this. And then I have the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Satin Blush. This is in 420 Marigold, and it looks like this. So out of all of those, I would have to say my favorite one would be using Juvia's Place. Yeah, it is using Juvia's Place, and it is mixing that pink one with that orange one. For some reason, I just like that orangey tone of blush. So those two mixed together gave me my perfect blush that I love so much. So out of the blushes, that one from Juvia's Place eyeshadows were my favorite blushes to use. So now we're going to go on to eyelashes, lip gloss, lipsticks, and my mascaras. And then that'll be the end, my eyeshadow palettes. Then that'll be the end. Okay, one problem that I have is washing my lashes. Like, what do y'all wash your lashes with? Because it seems like every time I wash my lashes, they fall apart. Like, they be gone. I be trying to peel the glue off, and then strands of lashes is just coming with it. So anyway, one of them I had to get rid of, which I think was my favorites out of the bunch. So, and that one I got from AliExpress. But the first one that I used was from Watch Me Sparkle. Actually, no, these was my favorite. The Watch Me Sparkle Superior Lashes. This is in the style Empress. It looks like this. And then we have these ones right here from Elegancy Boutique Lashes. This is in the style Lynn, and they look like this. And then the one I got from AliExpress didn't have a name or number, so yeah. But that would have been my second favorite pair, and now they're gone. So okay, so on to lip liner. You only know I only use one lip liner. That is from ColourPop. This is the Limbo Ultra Matte, whatever they call it, liquid lipstick from ColourPop. So then we have, for lip glosses, we have the Crayon Case lip gloss in Private Party. We have NYX Striptease lip lacquer in Cheek Appeal. And then we have the IZME New York Ultra Shine lip gloss in the shade, what shade you be, what shade you be, it's a long word, ITLG483, like this. So my favorite one out of these three would have to be my Crayon Case. This is in the style, in the color Private Party, only because I don't know, I like the more pinky nude than the nudie nude, so this one came right in handy. And then we have our lipsticks. We have the NYX matte lipstick, and then we have the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lippy. This is in little stitches, so that one looks like this. And then the ColourPop one looks like this. So like I said, pinky nude, my favorite would have to be from ColourPop. So out of the two, that was my favorite one to use. Then we have the mascaras. So my two mascaras that I had for Shop My Stash was the Butter London Double Decker Lashes Mascara that looks like this. And then we have the Black Radiance Bold and Sexy Mascara. This is a fiber mascara, which looks like this. So my favorite out of the two would have to be the Black Radiance Bold and Sexy Mascara, because it gave my lashes more volume, more lift, more length because of the fibers. So that was my favorite one, and it did help a lot with my bottom lashes. So that was that. And for next, we're going to go into palettes and then my two setting sprays, and that's it. Okay, so we only have 3 palettes that we use for the month, minus the one that we use for BoxyCharm. So the first one that we have is the Morphe 35L palette, I believe it is. And this one was the more colorful palette, the rainbow-ish palette. Then we have the Morphe 35C Everyday Chic palette, which was your everyday colors, which looks like this. And then we must have been on a Morphe roll or something. I need to be sponsored. Not sponsored though. This is the Morphe 39A Artistry palette, and it looks like this. So out of all the palettes, my favorite one to use for the month of February would have to be this one right here, because this one right here gave me that nice neutral brown and green look that I did. If you want to see that one, I will have it up in the cards. But that was my favorite look for February, believe it or not. So this was the palette that helped me achieve it. So this was my favorite one, the Morphe 39A palette for the month of February. Then lastly, we have our setting sprays. So for me, I only had 2 setting sprays this month. We have the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist Hydrating Glow and Radiance Spray. And then we have the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray in the scent of coconuts, which looks like this. So out of these two, my favorite one to use was the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day, because after using this, my face was matte as hell and it stayed all day as long as I was wearing it. Okay, so yeah, those are all the products, I think. Yep, that was everything I used for Shop My Stash for February. So you guys, you reached the end of the video. Thank you for staying this long. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for bearing with me while I showed you my favorite products from February Shop My Stash. This is the end of the video, so I hope you do enjoyed it. If you do, let me know down below in the comment boxes, or by just giving me a thumbs up. Either way works for me. So I do comment back just to let you know. This was everything, all my favorites that I used, all my Shop My Stash from February, all my empties, well not empties but project pans. So yeah, I bid you adieu. Thank you for staying tuned. I really appreciate it. I love you guys so much. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, as well as tap that bell so you can be notified every time I do upload videos like this. So y'all ready for the next video? Let's get to the next video, y'all. I love y'all. See y'all in the next one.